FTO, FTO, FTO.
It's a race to the throne.
To the throne.
Don't fuck it up or you'll never be known.
Never be known.
Who's gonna be king? Who's gonna be stoned?
Gonna be
But only
stoned.
one can sit on the throne.
Sit on the throne.
FTL.
FTO,
FTL.
FTO.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Throne League podcast. I am Sean.
I'm Luke. We're back, man. We're back. Tough week for me, but it was a good weekend overall. Some really cool things happened in the friend group. Amazing wedding for Nate and Josie. So glad that we were able to attend that.
Exactly.
It was amazing. You guys are awesome. I wish nothing but the best future for both of you. And
Completely
then,
agree.
And then on Sunday morning,
Sunday fun day.
we had a best friend get engaged. So that was also congratulations.
Best friends.
Wait, what?
You said
Yeah.
best friend. Best friends.
Best friends. Best friends. Yes,
Plural.
yes.
Plural.
But yes, I mean, congratulations to Stephen Page as well. I feel like that's that was just like an overall really, really good weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of happiness, a lot of love going around, and it made up for the shitty day that I had in fantasy football, along with the shitty day that I had in bets. And yeah,
Luke's terrible at bets. He's awful.
bad.
Like this is probably the worst showing of bets I've ever seen.
I'm in a cold streak. I am like, there's hot streaks and then there's
you've
cold
hit
streaks.
the ice age of cold streaks.
I'm ice aged. I'm ice aged. I'm not even making dumb bets at this point. They're just never hitting. I'm mind boggled right now. Mind boggled. But yeah, so fantasy sucked at. I went 0 for 4 in all 4 leagues. That was a tough one to swallow.
Wow.
The bets went bad.
Wow.
So thankfully we had 2 other things to celebrate this weekend, because if it wasn't for those
Yes,
2 things,
yes.
I wouldn't have been able to celebrate anything. So there's that.
You would have been crying yourself to sleep.
I would have. I already kind of did, because Sunday night rolled around and I was like pretty upset about how my team performed. And I was hoping, Chase and Burrow were going to save me from the gutters, and they didn't. And so me not being able to pick up a kicker didn't hurt me after all, because it doesn't even matter. So
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
I think that game proves to everyone how important T. Higgins is to that team.
Yeah, but I don't think he stays. I don't think they'll be able to afford him, Chase, and Boyd. And I think that it's
No,
going
you
to be
get rid of
easier.
Boyd. You get rid of Boyd.
I'm not saying
You're not getting rid of T. Higgins.
No, I'm not saying that Boyd is better than T. Higgins. I am saying, though, if you keep Chase and Boyd is good, Boyd's a solid number 2 somewhere. So if you keep Chase and Boyd, you're able to get other positions.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
But, yeah, so...
I don't agree, but sure.
You don't agree with what? That Boyd is cheaper than Higgins?
No, I agree with that, but I'm just saying that.
You don't think Boyd's a number 2?
No, I'm saying...
So what do you disagree with?
I'm disagreeing that you think that T. Higgins is not going to stay. T. Higgins is staying.
I don't know.
T. Higgins is a Bengal for life, baby.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
He's 85. He's Ocho Cinco, baby.
That is kind of crazy that he's Ocho's number. But yeah, so let's wanted just to congratulate all 4 of those people, and we're gonna hop right into the games. We're gonna do it a little bit differently this week, I think.
Yep.
So 5 games in, so we're gonna go from top scorer all the way down. We're gonna talk about each game that way. Kind of go over some MVP players, maybe some bust players, just kind of things that we can look at through each team. But I want to notify all of the teams that are doing really well, and notify all the teams that are doing really bad, and the ones that are average. So,
And as always, this episode is brought to you by Beatbox. Blue raspberry
Also,
for me.
no,
And
tropical for me.
ooh, yeah.
But I like tropical more.
No, blue raz.
I
all
like
the
tropical
way.
more.
Blue raz.
Tropical's
Blue
good.
raz is like whenever you have a flavor of anything, blue raz is the safe option.
No, I disagree, because like blue raz and candy, yes, and drinks, no.
Anything. Blue
I
raspberry,
disagree.
anything. Always the safest.
I disagree, but I really want to try the peach one, and I really want to try the cranberry one. But
They're all good.
but yeah, so we're gonna jump into it.
With our top scorer,
With our top score,
the belt.
belt.
I said, watch out for the belt. Watch out for the belt. He's
Everyone-
top scorer.
Points wise, everyone's bent over to the belt. Record wise, no, but points wise, yes. So he's at 839 points scored.
But he's through 5 weeks to top scorer. Let's see if he can continue this.
Yeah.
Because we all know we're how many years into this league now? How many years?
9 or 10?
9 years. Yeah, I think
9 for sure years. 10 including the ghost.
Yeah, okay. So this is year 9. Has the top scorer ever brought home the trophy?
I don't think it has.
No.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't. I've been top scorer twice and I've never won.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
You were top scorer and didn't even make the playoffs.
I was top scorer and I didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, you lost and didn't make the playoffs
That
as
one
top
sucks.
scorer.
That one sucks.
So, Steve, if you're top scorer right now, are you a little worried? Are you scared?
And my other thing is too is he peaking at the wrong time?
He's being a real, as you guys like to call it, chokey.
Chokey. Yes, he's being
a
chokey.
little chokey right now because the past 3 seasons I've really peaked early and held my own, and then kind of fell off.
You know what? Let's get him on the line here.
Oh, we're
Let's
gonna call him right away, right now.
Yeah,
at the very beginning. Okay, I guess we're talking about him. We're talking about him. Okay.
I was thinking about holding off, but why not? We'll give him a little ring here.
Let's
see what's going
what he
on.
has to say. The belt.
Oh, Steve, welcome to the podcast, man. The Fantasy Throne League. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Can you hear from this side right here? Is this a good place to put the phone?
I would try to put it on the other side if possible.
Like right
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Okay. We'll do it like this then. Yeah. All right. So how do you feel, man? Your top scorer through 5 weeks. Me and Sean were just kind of talking about it. A top scorer has never won the league. Is that afraid? Are you afraid of that?
No. I'm used to scoring a lot of points. Last year was kind of a fluke for me, but
Okay.
I got faith I can seal the deal.
I don't know if you can say last place in scoring is a fluke, but
I mean, yeah, you had a really rough year last year. Really rough year.
Yeah.
You're bouncing back though. Your record is 3-2, man. So the record isn't where you want it to be, but the points are there. Also though, do you think you're peaking too early though? You're peaking too early into the season, or do you think you could ride it all the way?
No, I don't think I'm peaking too early. I think I got some players on the bench that are kind of shaping up all right.
That is true.
I'm peaking too early.
That is true.
Also, I do have the most points forced and the most points allowed. I would like to add as well. So I don't know if you guys saw that or
yes,
not.
805 points. 805 against. So we're kind of going through your team a little bit, and we're doing it a little bit different this week. But who do you think your MVP of the season is so far? I have my own personal thought, but I was kind of wondering where you think you are, or your favorite player, your MVP.
positional player.
Positional player. I'm not including QBs into this.
In terms of where I drafted them, I would probably have to say Miles Sanders has far outperformed.
Really?
For where he drafted. Okay, I can say that.
I see that a little bit.
I think Luke was
late 7th, early 8th. But I guess if you're talking about in terms of draft, in terms of just position, like ranking wise, Nick Chubb, bud.
Yeah, that's who I have as yours. Now
Yeah.
I did go off a draft position with some teams, but with that one, man, it's like the number 1 running back. You got him in the fourth or third round. He averages 23 points. He has 7 TDs, and 4 out of the 5 games has rushed over for 100
32nd
yards.
pick overall.
So, man, I'm still kicking my ass so much for taking Cam Akers over him. If I took Chubb, my whole team's different.
Your whole team is different. You're 3-2 right now.
Maybe I'm 4-1.
Possibly.
Who knows?
I don't know about that.
Who knows? But yeah, man. Any other words that you would like to say? Would you like to call anybody out? Would you like the floor is yours?
No, I mean I think the obvious is going to happen this week. I think I'm going to spank Kyle a good one. I think he's got some really, really bad juju coming his way.
Okay.
And I don't even think it's really going to be competitive. But other than that, not really anything too bad to say. I mean,
would you say that this is going to be the bloodbath of the week?
I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of momentum last Monday night coming back on Nate. Sorry, Nate. I mean, it always sucks scoring 175 and losing because that's not fun. But I just think I'm going to beat him by at least 75 points. I don't even think it's
Ooh,
75.
I would consider that the bloodbath of the week then.
Put
right?
it on the board. Yes.
I think it is. I think you guys should drink to that. The bloodbath of the week.
Bloodbath of the week. So we have the
Was
a
it the
new thing
bloodbath
that-
or the beatdown?
Oh, that's true.
I think it was the
It
beatdown.
was the beatdown, but I also like the bloodbath. But it is the beatdown because we are drinking beat boxes.
Yeah.
So we'll go with beatdown.
Beatdown.
Even though bloodbath is funny.
Beat down of the week.
Both
Book
are fun.
it. It's done.
All right, beatdown of the week. Steve is calling his shot right now, beating Kyle
75
by 75 points. All right, we
I
know.
wonder
we know
what Kyle's going to say about that.
Right. So wait, Kyle's gonna say something, right? Because he listens to this every week.
Yes, he does.
So what wager would you like? Is there a wager you want to put on this, Steve?
Whatever he wants to put on.
75.
Whatever he wants.
I'm pretty
75.
confident in it.
Ooh, baby.
I mean, he's got some good
I got
matchups.
Adams on a bye week. Just go ahead and book the W.
You got Adams on a bye week and then a suspension, so good luck with that, bud.
Oh, it was a light tap, bro.
The guy fell down.
No.
The only thing is one, it happened. Who gives a fuck, honestly? But two, if it was the other way around, if the guy pushed Adams, that dude would be fired. That dude would be like
Oh, he'd be ridiculed.
ridiculed over all sports media.
He'd have death threats.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So,
It's not a good look. Though all jokes aside, it's definitely not a good look. He'll probably get a nice big old fine,
yeah.
and we'll see. I mean, if a case comes about, he might actually avoid a suspension until after the case. Technically, that's kind of the gist of how things have been working in the NFL lately. But
True.
we'll see.
very true.
I think. Let me put it this way: I'm averaging 170 points a week. I think I can do all right without Adams for a couple weeks. I'll still put up 150 and beat anybody else. So
150, though, you would have lost several games this week.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm the anomaly in terms of points scored against. but-
Okay.
You are.
Yeah.
You are
You
the
are.
highest against scored
Yeah.
at 805. So
That's
you're
true.
the only person in the 800s right now against.
Yeah. So I had to work hard for my W's.
You have. And I'll give that
Boys.
to you.
Called
Mm-hmm.
effort.
As much as I don't want to give you any credit, I give you a little bit of credit. A little. Minimal credit. I give you minimal credit.
I'll take that. I'll roll up in a ball, and when you don't make the playoffs, I'll throw it at your face, buddy.
I also call it collusion, Mike giving you DK.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you can say what you want.
Collusion.
I think collusion's a pretty strong word, but Jeff Wilson's also been averaging like 20 points for him since he got him. So
True.
True, but
I
DK, all right, whatever.
Well, I think if you don't have anything else that you specifically want to bring up, Steve, then it was good chatting with you.
Yeah, great
No,
chatting.
I'll leave you guys with this though, if I can get one more second.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah, yeah.
sure, yeah.
Kind of
Yes.
valuable. In the next coming weeks, I'd really like everybody to look inward because I think this league's about to separate the boys from the men. You kind of already see a little bit of a glimpse of it, but there's a lot of really, I don't want to say empty, but just not really fulfilling teams out there. They're getting lucky.
Is there one
Next couple
specific
weeks,
that you're thinking of?
Yeah, name one specific team.
one specific team that's doing pretty damn good is Nate. He's got a trio, and I don't know how much that
You
power
know-
trio can keep him going.
And I'm sure you've been listening to the podcast for the past couple of weeks. Luke and I have been saying this since week 1.
And
right, I know.
buys are going
I
to
know.
kill him because if one of those guys goes out on buy and he doesn't have anybody to put in that spot,
Exactly.
it's going to get rough for him. So
Well, yeah. This is a 10-man league. I feel like some people are out there thinking it's a 16-man league, and there's going to be a clear separation here in the coming weeks, boys. So look inward, see if maybe that's applicable to you or not.
and maybe
I'll
make
leave you guys
trades.
with that.
I think people are too scared to hold on to what they have and not make a trade.
Mm-hmm.
So and even though Justin's team is trash, which we'll talk about later, like at least he's out there making moves.
It's funny. He's made so many trades, and yeah, his team is still trash.
But all right, buddy. We're gonna move on into the next game. So it was good chatting with you. Congrats,
appreciate it.
5 games through being top scorer, but maybe you peaked too soon.
And
We'll see.
I would, Steve. Last thing I'll say is I hope you beat Kyle because Kyle going 1-5 would be beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, I'm going to put him down.
By 75. By 75.
by 75. If you beat him by 75 and he goes to 1-5, he's done. You put him in the body bag.
Yeah, he's done.
You put him in
He's
a body
done.
bag.
There's no way he's
You
coming
beat him
back.
down into a body.
He has to pretty much win out.
Sealed up, call the corner, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Peace out, fellas.
See you, fella.
See ya.
Well,
Steve.
That was a good conversation. I think that was a good interview.
Always a good time talking to Steve about fantasy football. The guy that does mock drafts since the day after Super Bowl,
Yeah.
all the way up until 5 minutes before draft time
I
in
love
our
it.
league. He's doing drafts.
I love it. It's paid
Always
off
trying
for
to
him.
do drafts.
It's paid off for him so far this year.
It has.
Yeah, I mean he's top scorer, so we'll see
I mean,
if that continues.
picking Joe Mixon, what was he, 7th overall, 8th overall? Or no, 9th. Joe Mixon, 9th overall? Was that his first pick?
No, his first pick was no, it was Mixon.
Yeah, it was Mixon, 9th overall.
And then he got who did he get back on the
9th
flip?
overall.
Who did he get back on the flip?
Ooh, I don't know.
It might have been. I think it was his wide
Adams?
receiver.
Adams.
Yeah, it was Adams. It was.
It had to
Adams.
have been Adams.
Yeah. Gosh, dude, if Adams would have gotten back to me and I would have had Chase Adams.
Yeah. So he went Mixon.
Man. All right,
Mixon and Adams. But anyway, really good talking to Steve. I think he had a lot of trash talking to say towards Kyle. 75 points is a big margin of victory. I don't think we've seen that yet this year.
That's a big margin.
Yeah.
That's a big margin.
That's a big load to fill.
yes. But all right, enough about the top scorer. Let's move on into the number two. And it just so happens to be both people we congratulated at the top of the show are 1-2. So
Exactly.
Nate Dogg, 795 points scored, 659 against, sitting at a 4-1 right now. He did lose to Steve this week, which helped Steve out tremendously with his Monday night comeback. My choice, and you can scroll over the team. How would you like me to do? Would you like me to tell you right off the bat, or would you like to guess who you think I'm going to say?
Oh, I mean, it's tough though, because there's two players positional wise where you could say this guy is winning him leagues, this guy is winning him the championship, and I gotta go with Cooper Kupp.
It's Cooper Kupp.
I mean, Mark
It has to
Andrews is a close second.
It is.
But yeah, Cooper Kupp is definitely up there.
But Cooper Kupp, I mean, he's averaging 27.8 points. He has 4 touchdowns on the year. 39 of those points, though, are off of receptions. So he's catching the ball at a high rate. He's getting targeted at a high rate. And he has 4 games that are over 25 points.
So why aren't teams doubling him every single play?
I don't get it, because he's not thrown to Allen Robinson. He's not
Just
throwing.
double. I would double him so hard until Stafford does something that kills it.
Cooper Kupp must
know?
be one of the best route runners in the past 15 years of the league, because the way he can run a route and just get open is mind-boggling.
Right.
And the trust that Stafford has in him is, I mean, probably one of the most trustworthy situations that a duo quarterback wide receiver have in the whole league. I don't know if I can name one more duo that has more trust in each other than that duo.
I mean, it was Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams.
Right. Well, yes. Yeah, but I think I think
I would say that trust was more than just Stafford and Kupp before, because like you saw what happened so far this year with Rodgers. He's not clicking.
that's true.
He's
That's
not.
true.
I mean, he's
he doesn't
getting,
trust
he's getting it a
anyone.
little bit, but he's not clicking. He's
Right.
not.
Right. And I mean, there's a lot of drives that just stall out because
Yeah.
of a bad route, of a bad throw,
There were several bad routes
miscommunication.
in that New York game. There's several bad routes in London. Yes.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I think Nate Dogg is sitting really nice right now, 4-1. But he, like we talked about in the talking with Steve, he's a 3-headed monster right now. It's
Yes.
Allen, Kupp, and Andrews. Those are the 3 that are winning him games. Now, what happens when he has a bye week with one of those guys? You know, can he contain? Can he hold off? You know, I don't know. I think he's at 4-1, so it's going to be hard for him to not make the playoffs now, unless he just really starts to tank. But I mean,
And another thing though, not just that, but like Terry McLaurin scored 12.6 points. Sure, that's like not bad, but it's not great. At the same time though, Dotson was out.
right. Right.
So more target share towards McLaurin and Samuel. So I mean Rondale Moore.
Well, I don't
don't
think
know.
Rondale Moore will even be existent once Hopkins comes back.
Hopkins, yeah, he'd be a
So-
3.
I mean, he's going to be 3, but I think you're going to target your Ertz.
Yeah,
Ertz is 3.
yeah,
Ertz is
yeah.
3 there. And then you have Connor at probably 4. Then you have maybe Rondale as the 4th look.
I do want to point out though that even if Nate switched out Burkhead for Tony Pollard, he still would have lost by just under 2 points,
Now, Tony P, though.
which I would have loved to see that just so that way Steve sweats because
What?
it goes down to the last drive.
My only thing about Nate Dogg's team is if Tony P can get going and they finally start to. I love Zeke. I do.
They need
he's
a
he's a
transition.
Buckeye
They need a
boy.
transition.
They need a transition.
Zeke's a third down back.
Tony P is the better
Yep.
back as it stands right now. And if
exactly.
they can just get over the money that they're paying Zeke and just go with the better back, they're gonna look they're gonna look even better than what they are right now at 4-1.
They need to switch to like what Green Bay's doing with Dylan and Jones.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Dylan, he can get you downfield. He's a good running back. But Aaron Jones is just way more elusive.
Explosive.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like I like
He's
AJ.
faster.
AJ's a between the tackles guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is, but like I think they need to switch it around. I
Exactly.
think you need to give more of the opportunities to Tony Pollard, just like Jones gets more of the opportunities. Now Dylan can turn into a really good back. I think he just needs to,
What does
sit a
it-
little bit more behind Jones.
So another thing that I just want to throw this out there. What does it say to you that two of the top scoring teams in the league, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, they don't have consistent high scoring running backs? Like, what is that? What do you think that says?
I think it just depends on how your team is built. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because you look at teams that have like really good rushing. I mean, look at Green Bay.
Okay.
They have 2 power running backs. Look at Dallas; they're 4-1. 2 good running. I mean, Zeke is still good. He's not great,
Yeah.
but he's above
I'll
average
agree
to
with that.
good. Tony P's above average to good. I mean, then you have. Look at the Bears. The Bears aren't great, but they're 2-3 and they got a good rushing attack. Giants 4-1. Saquon has been excellent this year. I think it just kind of depends.
Honestly, I think Daniel Jones has managed that team so well
I agree,
with what he's been given.
but I'll answer your question even better. I think it's if you don't have a good running back in your system, you have to have a good running quarterback. Josh Allen can run with the best of them, and Pat Mahomes can scramble for days.
I think you could even throw the Ravens in there
right,
with the running back situation.
right.
I mean, it's insane.
JK and all. I mean, yeah, I
What-
agree.
Is
JK has good and bad
Is the way
games.
to go a running quarterback and then not have a good running back?
I mean, in a perfect world, you'd want both. But
Right.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, I think that's what it is, right? So if you're in an offense that doesn't have a good running back, you have to have
Yeah.
some type of running presence. And if it's not coming from your running back, it's coming from your quarterback. So that's kind of what I think. But let's move on.
So do you have anything else to say about Nate's team besides that he has 3 really good people or players and nobody else?
I think he has no bench. I think he has no depth. And I think that if he gets one key injury, his season's done. I think there's a lot of teams that are at the top that if they have a key injury, they can survive. I don't think he's one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if Andrews goes down,
He's a ticking time bomb.
yeah, if Andrews goes down, he's done. If Allen goes down, he's done. Because Lamar's good. Lamar is good backup quarterback that he has on his bench. But, I mean, he has bad games. Lamar has bad games.
Yeah, 18.75 this week.
Yeah, Allen doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I mean, if who was the other one that I was just thinking in my head? Cup. And if Cup isn't an injury-prone guy, but God forbid he gets hurt.
I mean,
his
he
season's
has
done.
had one bad injury, but since then he's been pretty. I think it's his route running and his ability to evade the tackle and not be tackled in those like really scary situations. But yeah, that's Nate's team for you. I mean, one bad injury and he's pretty much done.
He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
I agree. Well, not far behind in points scored. At number 3 is you, Sean Balls.
Yep. Gritty, bang, bang.
787 scored.
Mm-hmm.
656 against.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
also sitting at 4-1.
4-1. And I might add, I am the most consistent at scoring. I only have had one bad week where I scored 120. The rest of them have been like 160 plus. So
Yeah, you've had some good rounds. You had some good games. You beat Shane this week, which was a good victory. It's a good win.
I needed those points because Kelsey was coming.
Dude.
If
four
Kelsey got
tutties.
if Kelsey got 100 yards, that's an extra like 9 points because he gets a bonus for one.
Right.
I mean, he could have killed him. It's crazy. 7 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 25 yards, or 30 yards. And also, fuck you, the Kansas City Chiefs, for not throwing him the ball downfield so that way I can win my bet. Stupid.
Oh man, that video got me that I sent you. But so who do you think that I think is your MVP of your team?
It's tough because there's 2 wide receivers that are like neck and neck.
I didn't go with your wide receivers
Really?
because with how you drafted, if you didn't draft good running backs, your team would have been way worse.
Are you gonna go Dameon Pierce?
I'm going to go Dameon Pierce as your
Really?
MVP. You drafted him after your 4 wide receivers.
Yep, 5th.
5th.
I drafted him pretty high.
You
I
did.
knew I
You
needed.
went for him.
Here's the thing. I knew I needed a number 1 running back. I knew Lovie Smith was like, he's the guy. And I trust Lovie Smith because Lovie Smith found Matt Forte.
All right, I mean, I'll give you that.
And I also saw a stat that Dameon Pierce broke, I think, 27 tackles. And that was the most, like the highest ever recorded. It was crazy. That one play where he scored a touchdown
Yeah.
or got down to the 1,
And I mean,
insane.
the fact that you waited to the 5th round to draft your first running back, and he's number 10, he's averaging 16.4. His last 3 games, he's had a touchdown.
Yep.
I mean, the guy is about as solid as you can get in the 5th round for drafting no running backs.
Right.
And that's why he's my MVP for you.
And
Do you agree, or would you go with your wide receiver?
I love Dameon Pierce.
Well, who would you say that your MVP is?
My MVP would have been Justin Jefferson
Justin. Well, that makes a little bit of sense, but
because I feel like he.
but
I mean, Stephon Diggs is number 2 in scoring. Justin Jefferson's number 3. So I mean, it's neck and neck. I just feel like Justin Jefferson is really starting to pick up. I mean, he's got 2 games back-to-back weeks with 30-plus points.
he was non-existent in that second half, though. He had like 2 catches for 10 yards in the second half.
I don't know what happened. I'm not going to talk about it. Bears lost.
They did.
They lost with a strip fumble.
You watch out towards the end of the season. We're going to be coming, all right?
So the one thing I'll say about the Bears is that they threw the ball well. Justin Fields, he threw the ball well.
They did.
I still want to see him throw the ball 30 times in a game.
That's not probably going to happen this year. Maybe next year.
I want to see it though.
I do.
Because
I agree.
every good quarterback has thrown the ball 30 times.
I agree.
So,
all right, well, let's move on to their number 4. Mikey. Mikey has climbed up the rankings the past couple of weeks.
he's got a good team.
Yeah. I mean, he beat Alex. Mikey is still only sitting at 2-3, so it's not great. I have that right? Yeah, 2-3.
Yeah, he's 2-3.
And 735 scored, 751 against. My MVP for him is Eckler.
He's really turned it up.
He has
really turned it up.
Dude. He's running back. What rank do you think he is?
He's 2. I just
Oh,
looked.
you looked?
Yeah, but he's 2 now.
What would you have thought he was?
5.
5, 6, maybe in
Yeah.
that range. He's 2 now.
He's 2 now.
2 now. He's turning it
He's
up.
had 2 destructive weeks, and he said it. Before, this is very, very similar to Jonathan Taylor last year. Jonathan Taylor, the first 4 weeks, blew massive chunks, and then just turned it up. Austin Eckler, first 3 weeks, he wasn't even that bad.
No, he wasn't bad because he's not had one game in single digits, and that
Right.
as a running back is actually decent.
But like where you drafted him, you're like, I don't know, man. And that I was thinking about going Eckler 3. I'm glad I went with Justin Jefferson just because I wanted to go running backs, or wide receivers. But Austin Eckler, congratulations, man. You're doing really well.
Yeah, he's had 2 games over 30 points, no single digit games.
That defense though sucks.
And it can get better. But the crazy stat about this is how many games do you think that he has rushed? Oh, so there's been 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
How many games do you think he's rushed for over 50 yards?
2.
2 games. That's it. And one of them was barely, and then one of them was 175 yards. But
Oh yeah, that was last week.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
But he also had 30 points last week, I think. Yeah.
So they finally were like, let's throw it to Eckler. Let's give Eckler some space and throw it to him. And then look what happened. He's performing. That's what he does.
Yeah,
He's a
I agree.
receiving back. Eckler and Christian McCaffrey are one and the same.
And
you give
maybe-
them space, and they evade the tackle.
And maybe that's why the Chargers won't be good until they actually have a running back that can run the ball.
I think he can run.
He's not a good runner between tackles, man. He's not. He's not.
I mean, but then again, though, if he's doing that, then why do you need him to run?
To just have a little bit, because Herbert's not the best running quarterback there is.
I just don't see the point of having the need to run the ball when you have a guy that can catch the ball like he does.
Because at end of the games, when you have a lead, you need to be able to run the ball between the tackles. That's why they lose all these close games.
I still think he could do that. I think Eckler can do that. Eckler can run the ball. You just have to have the right blocks.
I don't know if that's true. But we're going to look because now I'm interested to know.
But Mike, Tyler Lockett has not failed you yet. He's going to, but he hasn't. So Debo looking really good still. Jeff Wilson.
Oh, you're right. Last week was the 173-yard game. I don't know why I thought it was 2 weeks ago. But before that, 14 carries, 36 yards. 14 carries.
That was very uncharacteristic.
14. So week 2, 14 carries, 39 yards. Week 3, 4 carries, 5 yards.
Okay.
Week 4, 13 carries, 60 yards.
13 for 60 is not bad.
That was against Houston, though. The worst, rushing.
Yeah, but how many
defensive
catches did he
line.
get?
He's got catches. He does. He has. Let's see.
But all I'm going to say, my rebuttal is that you got Baltimore, you got Kansas City.
He has 31 catches.
Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo.
You're right.
They all don't run the ball that much.
But they have running quarterbacks, though. They can run the ball.
Herbert can run the ball if he wanted to. He just doesn't.
I just don't think he's a good runner. He's not as good as. He's not top 10. He's definitely not top 10 running quarterbacks.
Well,
all right, but let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah. Debo.
Let's move on to
good.
C-Bake.
Tariq.
C-Bake comes in at number 5 top scorer. He has 714 points scored, 682 against. He beat me to go to 3-2 this week. His MVP is by far
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, yes. He's averaging 21.5 points a game, running back 3, no single-digit games, just like
For where he drafted him,
Eckler.
he got a steal.
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 A great steal, a great pickup. I mean, the dude, after 2 years of basically kind of what McCaffrey went through of injuries, he's back.
He's back. He's the guy.
He's the guy. He can run the ball.
The team is obviously relying on him.
He can run the
hard.
ball. Daniel Jones can run the ball.
Daniel Jones is so good at running the ball somehow.
It doesn't make
Somehow.
sense. It doesn't make sense. He looks just like Eli Manning. How's this goofy white 6'7" tall dude good at running the ball? I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I don't know.
But he is. He's really good at it. Super good at it, actually. But yeah, C-Bake has a 4 horsemen, but you know who's fallen off? Fallen off his 4 horsemen? James Robinson is starting to fall off.
Yeah.
James Robinson is starting to fall off a little bit.
ETN definitely outrushed Robinson this week. 10 rushes, 71 yards, looking really good. Robinson 10 for 27, I believe. Not looking good. I just feel like it might be the play calling. They might be giving Robinson those plays where it's up the middle, through the lanes, and then ETN's got some stuff outside. I didn't watch the game very well, but very closely. But
all right, so this is the rushing stats for James Robinson right now: 11 for 66,
not bad.
23 for 64,
okay,
bad.
Yeah.
17 for 100, good.
Yeah.
8 for 29, bad.
Yeah.
10 for 27, bad.
Okay.
So he's had 3 bad rushing games, 2 good rushing games.
We just don't know because it could be the play calling. Because just like last night, Jerick, like I said before the podcast, Jerick McKinnon, he had some really good runs. He did, but I feel like a lot of the run plays that he got were outside the tackle, and he got room to run. And Edwards-Helaire, he just was running strip the middle and getting 3-4 yards.
Crazy that CH is like done what he's done, and he had that touchdown taken away. He would almost had another.
Yeah,
touchdown.
he almost did. Which I was like, that's crazy. But I was actually kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of time for him to like kind of fall back a little bit.
And I mean, he's got a good team, right? He's got Olave, but he's only 17. Cooper is only 15. He's got Boyd at 33 ranked. When does he has? I think for him to really compete for the title this year and the end of the season going forward, I think Hopkins has to come back into form really well for him, or else he's just. I think he has good averages. I think he's consistent, but I don't think he has those weeks that he can pop off.
I disagree. He is. I think any 4 of his running backs, or sorry, 3, could go for 30.
I think you're right. But what's more realistic? A good wide receiver going for 30 or a good running back going for 30?
At this point in the stage, wide receiver.
Right.
I mean, I am confident that one of my wide receivers every week is going to go for 30.
I agree with you. And I feel the same when St. Brown is healthy. I think Chase, Hollywood Brown, or St. Brown could go for 30 any week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to have those, and I just don't trust running backs as much as I was trusting wide receivers right now in a full PPR 2 flex. So I think you had the right strategy coming into the league in the draft strategy.
I definitely think I did too.
I think you did too. But what I'll say is I think that Cameron needs to make a move for a wide receiver. I mean, he's got Godwin, right? But Godwin also injury prone. I mean,
and Evans is the clear number 1.
This is so the 3 games that Godwin has played in.
Mm-hmm.
3 for 3 for 6.5 points. Or here, I'll do this: 3 catches for 3 targets, 35 yards, 6.5 points. 7 catches on 10 targets, 59 yards, 12.9 points, and then 6 for 6 for 61, 12.3.
So Godwin's obviously not going down the field.
He's not going down the field.
He's not.
He's catching those.
He's giving you
the
those
slants, yes,
and those
mid-range shots,
those hooks.
The ones that where Brady looks either into the flats or down, doesn't see anybody, then his eyes go wherever his next progression is.
Mike Evans is way down there, 35, 40 yards down the field, getting those bombs.
Which is not what he used to be for Brady, which is kind of crazy.
Right.
I feel like they've almost changed roles.
I think what happened is Mike Evans is like, yo, did you not watch me when I was with Jameis? Like him and Jameis were just throwing bombs back and forth.
Even back in the day when he was at Texas A&M with Johnny Football, throwing bombs back then against
Mike
Alabama.
Evans was like, bro, just throw it up to me. I'll get that. I got that.
But yeah, so I mean, I think he's got to make a move for a wide receiver if he wants to compete.
I mean, Amari Cooper's been hit or miss, so
I'm not a Cooper guy, though.
I don't know. But what happens if, Deshaun Watson comes back? Is Amari Cooper going to just skyrocket?
But Watson hasn't played in like 2 years. Like it's going to be a year and a half season wise, but like 2 years,
even
like
if,
for like year wise.
Even if Watson plays at 75% of what he was,
I don't know, dude. Hey, maybe he does. Maybe he pops off. I don't know. I just don't think he does.
I mean, he's been popping off for the past 2 years.
And with that, we'll move on to 6, which is me. I sit at 704, the last 700-point scorer, and 770 against. So I've also had some really tough people against, points against.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I lost to Cam this week. My MVP, I think, would be Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, he's been most consistent.
I drafted him at 68th.
He's been really targeted a lot.
For being drafted 68th and being wide receiver 6, averaging 19.7, over 20 points in his last 3 weeks, almost getting to 30 a couple times. I like him. I think he's good. And I think when people are going to disagree with me on this, some will agree and some will disagree, but it just goes on to the philosophy of what you think. But I think when Hopkins comes back, it almost will allow him to get free more into the back of the, back for those big bombs. Because we honestly haven't really seen Hollywood Brown with big bombs yet. And that's what we used to know him for.
I just feel like Kyler Murray isn't looking for it because I feel like he's looking for those quick plays, or he's always under pressure and trying to evade that. So I don't think he has the time to set up and get those deep balls down the field.
Maybe not. I don't know. But he's doing good. He's my MVP. I like him a lot. You agree? I think you agreed with that.
No, I agree. I would say Leonard Fournette's pretty close, too.
Fournette's been a really
He's
good...
had a couple bad games. Jamar
Come on.
Chase, though, has not been looking like Jamar Chase. And
He
you know
hasn't.
why? Because T. Higgins is the guy. Been saying it for the past 2 years.
Get off of it.
Past 2 years, T. Higgins is the guy.
Chase is the guy.
No, he's not. If he
Chase
was the
is the
guy,
guy.
if Chase was the guy, then the Bengals would have beat the Ravens this past Sunday night, but they didn't.
It was a close game against two really good
It would have
teams.
been a blowout if T. Higgins was playing. That offense.
Well,
that,
T. Higgins opens up the whole field when you have two number ones on the field, of course.
Yeah, and T. Higgins would have got 7 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, Devontae Adams is a number one, but they lost a close game also.
Okay, but also I would say Burrow is better than Derek Carr.
I mean, I think
Would you say right now Derek
take-
Carr is not as good as
I would
Burrow?
100% take Joe Burrow.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I like Joe Burrow a lot. I mean, he's my quarterback.
Yeah.
I like Joe Burrow, but I'm just saying that, yes.
That
when you have
offense, though, looks
I think
so
Higgins is
bad.
I think Higgins is number one on a lot of teams. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I think Chase is the better wide receiver.
No.
Well.
T. Higgins is bigger. He's got better hands. He gets more separation.
I don't know about better hands.
He is the... What? Are you kidding me?
I mean, I think Chase also has really good
Hmm.
hands. I think Chase is a little bit... They're very similar. They are very similar.
Jamar Chase, the same guy that
They're
was like,
very
hey,
similar.
I can't see the ball because there's no stripes on
And
it.
then he broke rookies records as a rookie. Get out of here.
Yeah,
dude.
because no one knew what was going to happen. Like that... think about it, though.
Obviously,
Nobody
but
knew.
obviously him saying that in the preseason didn't have an effect on him because he went and broke records.
I disagree. I think T. Higgins has shown that he is the better wide receiver,
All right, well, with that...
especially this year.
Oh,
T. Higgins,
my
get
gosh.
back on the goddamn field.
With that, we'll go to number 7, and that's Alex. He lost to Mike this week, but he has 674 points scored, 682 against, so he's minus, just like me. My MVP for him is his newly acquired McCaffrey.
You can't know. No.
You're
No.
not allowing that?
No.
Why?
Because he hasn't had him yet.
Yeah, but I mean, he has him now.
Yeah,
That's
but
an
that-
MVP.
but-
I think he automatically becomes his
No.
immediate...
No, I don't. No. His MVP is going to be either A. No, there's no A, there's no B, there's no C. It's just Waddle.
Waddle has sucked the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, because what happened? They lost Tua. Who was Tua looking for? Waddle.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because but that counts into what Waddle's production has been, and Waddle's been trash the last couple of weeks, and there's no way he's better than what McCaffrey's been.
Yeah, but McCaffrey hasn't been on his team yet.
But he will be, and he's the MVP. He's the
That's
MVP.
not how it works.
I'm saying
You
that-
can't say if McCaffrey gets traded in this offseason, which is a possibility. I think it could be
Okay,
a possibility.
how about this? Because I see what you're saying, and you're making sense. You're making valid sense. I didn't really think about it that way, but what I did have Kyle's as his newly acquired Brees Hall. So what about this? They traded. Can we go back and can we say that Alex traded his MVP of the season for Kyle's MVP of the
Yeah, it's
season?
the most stupidest trade ever, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. You trade Brees Hall and CeeDee Lamb for Christian McCaffrey and DJ Chark. DJ Chark has had one decent game. Just not even good. Decent game. And he hasn't done shit since. So you trade away Brees Hall, who has just been starting to turn it up. Turn it up. And then CeeDee Lamb, who has been consistent week after week after week. For Christian McCaffrey, who has been good. He's been good. But he's not been great. He has not been the Christian McCaffrey that we know. You trade him. I don't get it. I don't get it. Brees Hall has been he had his best game of the year. And then you trade him for a guy that has not really had a great season like so far, like as what we thought he was gonna be.
I mean, McCaffrey hasn't had a bad season.
No, he hasn't. But you trade him.
He's running back 5.
Okay,
or 5.
Okay, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll rephrase that.
He's
I'll rephrase
averaging
that.
19.4.
You traded a fucking steak and a fucking potato. Kyle, you traded a steak and a potato.
Okay.
A raw potato.
Oh, raw potato.
A raw potato. A steak and a raw potato.
Actually, let's make it a mashed potato because those are the worst types of potatoes.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm saying that. No.
All right. A raw potato.
You traded a steak
and a raw potato.
and a raw potato for another juicy steak
and a hamburger.
and a fucking fine ass ribeye.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. No, but CeeDee Lamb though, he's a good pork chop.
He's a good pork chop.
He's a good pork chop.
That's a good analogy for CeeDee Lamb. He is a good pork chop.
He's like that well seasoned, well done. Not well done.
Whoa,
but like, not well done. Sorry, well done was
Hey.
a bad term, but you know what I mean. Like nice,
seasoned,
well cooked.
Yeah, well cooked, seasoned, juicy. Pork chop.
I think this trade just proves that Alex is just like, I'm done.
Whoa!
I'm done.
Whoa!
How do you trade two guys that are scoring consistently more?
He got McCaffrey out of it, dude.
He got McCaffrey, but McCaffrey hasn't been proving himself as like the guy to like trade for like that.
I mean,
he's been consistent. Yes, he has, but so is Breece Hall.
all right. Well, hold on. Let's just run through the numbers.
Breece
real
Hall has
quick.
just been as good. Breece Hall has scored just a little bit less, but Breece Hall's potential is way higher right now than McCaffrey's.
All right.
With the offense, the Jets' offense has been scoring so much more points. They've been so much more consistent, and you get rid of him.
You're saying a lot of stuff right now, but hold on. How many points do you think Christian McCaffrey averages right now for the year?
16.6. I already fucking looked at it.
No, that's not true.
It's not true?
That's 19.4.
Okay.
19.4.
Okay.
Okay. And he's gone from week 1 to week 5. He's gone 15.7, 17.8,
Okay.
14.5, 25.8, and 23.4.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's not terrible.
But that's my
good.
Okay. My problem with the trade isn't CeeDee Lamb isn't Christian McCaffrey and Breece Hall. It's CeeDee Lamb and Chark.
Right. That
Like,
I
Deontay
agree.
Johnson would have been a better trade for.
Right, I agree. I agree that I only believe that Alex lost that trade because
DJ
of
Chark
the
isn't even fucking
and-
like worth rostering. He's not.
I agree.
So you trade a guy who has been consistent in CeeDee
I mean,
Lamb.
Kyle probably makes that Kyle probably adds DJ Chark
Think about
into that just so he doesn't have to drop somebody.
Think about it. Think about it this way.
Although he could have dropped DJ Chark and that would
CeeDee
have been
Lamb-
a big issue anyways.
CeeDee Lamb and Breece Hall are instantly in Kyle's lineups. Okay. Christian McCaffrey and DJ Chark. Christian in the lineup. DJ Chark, not even in the. You'll never start DJ Chark. You will never start DJ Chark. So why do you trade for him? That makes no absolute sense.
All
I'm
right.
done.
We're off
I'm
on
done.
a tangent. We
Kyle,
said our-
you
we
finagled
said-
him. You finagled him. Y'all whomped his ass on that trade.
Kyle's been finagling a lot of trades. That's all I'm going to say. But number 8, Shane, sitting at 672, 78. I don't know what I wrote there. Either 672 points because he's lower than Alex at 694.
Hang on, I'm a little lost.
So
the
he's-
beatboxes be beaten.
So Shane, 672 points scored, 798 against, sitting at 2-3. He lost to Sean this week, but his MVP's got to be Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey for sure.
Tied in 1.
Kelsey has been on a fucking tear. A tear.
He's
this
averaging
year.
22.6. He has 8 TDs on the season and 34 receptions. That's insane for a tight end so far.
A healthy T. Higgins would have been second, though.
What do you mean?
I mean, if T. Higgins would have been healthy this
T.
week.
Higgins is a wide receiver. Oh, you mean as MVP?
Yeah, as MVP, yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I agree that T. Higgins could be up there for him if he was healthy this week and got to play. But it also kind of burns my chaps that I had him in a parlay and nobody fucking decides to say anything that he's.
Well,
not
that was
gonna-
the thing on Twitter. Everyone was complaining about it. No one said anything. If you're gonna allow legalized betting, you have to have some sort of accountability on the reporters, the team staff to say, hey, he's going to be on a snap count. Hey, he's only going to play 10 snaps. Hey, he's actually injured. He's not active and healthy.
Right. I agree. So, yeah, I mean, I think Shane's team is what Shane's team is, man. Like, there's not much to say about it yet. I mean, he has Jones, he has Murray, hopefully Higgins, with Stevenson on the Pats. I mean, he's a top 20 RB right now. Mostert, maybe he comes in, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. He hit 20 points last week.
Stevenson
That's
is definitely
good.
a steal on the waivers, that's for sure.
So, I mean, his team is still to be determined. Man, right when the beatboxes hit you, they hit me too. His team is still to be determined. I don't think he's out. Like, he's definitely not out of the playoffs. But
He's
we'll
definitely
get
not out.
We
I
need,
think
we still need to preview some of our games, so we're gonna fly through these a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Kyle, and it's fitting because these teams suck anyways. So,
For sure.
Kyle, he lost to Justin. He's now sitting at 1-4, 682 scored, 772 against. My MVP for him is what I said earlier, the newly acquired Hall, but they traded MVP for MVP of their teams. So that's what it's going to be. He's running back 8, 16.6. I mean, he's starting to really rack up the carries. His last 3 games are over 15 points, which is pretty good for a running back. I think we established that he won the trade.
The only positive for Kyle's team right now is that 1, Keenan Allen might be coming back. 2, James Conner is the only somewhat healthy running back on that team. Everyone else is banged up.
Right.
So
Wait, got hurt?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
they're working out some running backs this week.
I didn't even see
Yeah.
that. Then number 10. I really won't do it this week, but I mean, hold on. I will do this though.
No.
I will do this.
Don't bring in a trash can.
I won't.
Okay, he's not gonna bring in a trash can. Good. That's old. Oh, the Kleenexes. Oh man.
Wipe your tears off, buddy. Wipe them off.
So,
because I'm sure you're crying.
Luke and I discussed this, and collectively we decided that Justin's MVP is everyone else just scoring less points because he's 2-3.
Your team sucks, dude. Outside of your quarterback, you only have one positional player that's in the top 20, and he is wide receiver 20, Christian Kirk.
Who's had 2 very poor weeks this past 2 weeks. Also,
He's averaging 14.8.
yeah. Can we just every year this happens where we have one team who goes against teams that underperform week after week. Justin, through 5 weeks,
This is what Justin should be.
535.
Oh yeah, he's 300 points below the top scorer.
Justin's points against 562.
He's like the new Nate. He's like the new Nate.
Every year we have this happen.
But hey, buddy, just go to bed, bro. Just do this, man. Because
Just accept it.
just accept it, dude. Your team sucks, bro.
If somehow I could see this happening. If somehow he goes 7-7 and makes the playoffs, I will lose my mind.
Well, you can't be 7-7.
Yeah, 14 games, bud.
Oh yeah.
Steve went 7-7 last year and made
the
the
new-
playoffs. Won 635 points, or however many points he did, or 1,600 or whatever.
So yeah, that is that's what we got so far for top 10, baby.
Last
That
thing.
is the top 10.
Without
points scored.
looking, who do you think has the most acquisitions so far this year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Without looking, it's close. It's close.
Ooh,
It's very close.
I'm gonna go with.
Who do you think has the
Actually, I'll go with Justin.
most? You go with Justin.
Yeah.
That is wrong.
Oh, it's not Shane this year, is it?
It is not Shane.
I'm I bet Cameron's last. I haven't
Cameron
seen
is
him make.
not last.
I haven't seen him make
It's-
like, any moves.
The consistency between the lowest two is very, very strong. It's insane how they don't make any fucking moves.
Mike.
It's Mike and Nate. They
Oh,
have
Nate,
two.
yeah.
They have 2 acquisitions so far this year.
Two.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So who has the most?
Who has the most?
You?
I have the most acquisitions.
You have the most?
I have 16.
Damn.
Guess who has second?
Shane?
No.
Justin. It is Justin.
No, it's you.
It's me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What am
So,
I at?
You're at 15.
Oh, nice.
And then Shane at 14.
Okay. All right. Shane, I expect more from you, dude. Where
Honestly,
do you
yeah, I thought you were gonna hit over 80 this year. You're well behind that pace, so you need to pick it up. I'm at pace to hit like 60, so I need to chill out. But then again, though, it's the running backs. I keep switching out running backs.
That's funny. So wait, who are
And
the
tight
last?
ends.
Who are
Running
the
backs and
last
tight
two
ends.
then? Mike and you said who?
Mike and Nate are
Mike and
only
Nate.
have 2.
Anybody else below 10?
Yeah. There's Cameron with 6 and Steve with 5.
Whew. Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
and then everyone else is over 10. So yeah, good little trivia there.
That
A little information.
I like that. I like that.
You know, last year I only had 26 moves last year, and I'm already at 16.
16. All right, let's move into some previews real quick. You know how we do. We always take too long at the beginning half of the show.
Yeah, real quick here.
Well, we already talked about one. We talked about beat down of the week.
Yeah.
That is Steve versus Kyle.
Who you going with?
Steve calls it out as a beat down. I don't know if it's going to be a beat down yet, but we got to go with it because he said it.
Yeah,
So
we're
that
gonna
is
go
going
with-
to be
we're
the
going
beat
with
down
Steve.
of the week.
Yep.
And I guess we all roll with Steve.
I'm rolling Steve.
Roll Steve?
I'm rolling the belt.
I would love to see a 1-5 Kyle. Just after all that shit he talks. Then let's go to the next game.
Throw
I
it
think
out there.
Me versus Shane, 2-3 versus 2-3, a very, very big game because 3-3, a lot different than 2-4.
2 and 4. Yeah, that's correct.
So
That's correct.
I think that this game has a lot on the marbles, and who knows? It can go either way. I really think that.
I think.
But I'm gonna beat his ass.
I think
I don't
Ta-
think that it could go either way for me.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Okay. Jacksonville, Indianapolis. The score was 24-0 last time. Jacksonville. This time, way different result. And Jonathan Taylor might play. I'm going Shane in this matchup.
Well, I'm going
throwing it out there.
myself because.
Well,
hey,
yeah, you're going with yourself, obviously.
Fuck Shane. Fuck you, Shane.
Wow.
I'm coming for you, bro.
Wow, dude, chill.
Hey, what's up, 2-4? Yeah, it's you. That's me saying that in the future.
The power of the ring will prevail.
Well, Varl.
Prevail.
The big box has got me again. All right. Let's roll into The Price is Wrong versus Debo D's Vagina.
I'm going Debo D's nuts because I don't want Alex to win any more games at 100 points.
Justin.
Or sorry, Justin. Yeah. I don't want Justin to win any more games scoring less than 130 or 35.
Yeah. I mean, it's also another 2-3 versus 2-3.
Yeah, but
So
Mike's
I mean,
team is so much better.
it is, but it's 2-3 versus 2-3.
I'm
Eh,
going Mike.
I'm gonna go Mike too, but
I'm going
damn,
Mike.
dude,
He's got Eckler,
if
Tyreek
Justin
Hill.
gets the upset and goes
No. I won't allow it. No. No.
Nick's nay. Then we'll go into Sean Sucks. I like how he's keeping that name. Also another 2-3 versus Cameron Baker at 3-2.
Sean Sucks wins.
I actually kind of
3-3.
lean. I actually
3-3.
kind of lean that.
Yep.
I lean that way too. Or
I'm going Sean
too.
Sucks wins. He's got some good matchups this week. He's got Christian McCaffrey in his lineup now. I mean,
After you just get done shit talking that for
I'm
10
just-
minutes.
Okay. The reason being is because I get it why Alex did the trade. I don't agree with it, but I get why he did it. Okay, he didn't lose a whole lot of positional players because he had a lot of guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
does
agree.
it elevate him a lot? No, but it does help him out in some situations a bit. So that's why I'm going with Sean Sucks this week. Alex, you're winning. You're beating the pits of hell. you're gonna go 3-3, bud. So congratulations. That's a win in my book. Going 3-3 through 6 games.
Also, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is Kyle Pitts in the pits of hell? Because that dude has averaged 6.3 points a game.
Yeah. Cameron's fucking jinxed him.
Oh my
Cameron's
gosh.
jinxed him. Cameron, you should
Oh my
just
gosh.
trade him to me.
So get this. 3.9, 3.9,
Yeah.
13.7. And you're like, oh, wait, maybe he's starting to turn around.
he
Maybe he's starting to
doesn't
turn around.
play.
Then 3.5, and then doesn't play. Oh, man, that guy sucks.
And then
Yeah.
the last matchup.
Last matchup.
The
Is-
HNIC versus the gritty bang bang.
Bang, bang. So you versus Nate.
Bang bang. Yeah, I'm going with me, obviously. With my top running back out on a bye. Still going me.
Somehow, some way.
I have a feeling.
I think you pull this out.
I have a feeling.
I think you pull this out.
I do have a feeling. The thing is that projected leaders, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, that's just funny to me.
I think you pull it out. I think you actually get the victory. I do think that. I do think that. I don't want to think that, but I do think that.
I have a feeling that I have two wide receivers score over 30, and then all 4 wide receivers, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, and Stephon Diggs, all 4 of them score over 20. So I think I'm going to have a big week from my wide receivers. Keenan Allen, I think he's a thing of the past in L.A. because Mike Evans has performed really well the past 4 weeks without him. So why would Herbert not throw the ball up to him?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And especially
So,
last year, too.
Only
so.
game we got different is my game versus Shane.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think you lose.
Well, you think that a lot. So
Well, how much more do you got left?
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm
I got
done.
a little bit.
So I'll close it out by saying,
It's delicious.
here you go, Justin.
Oh, he's bringing out the tissues.
Well, also, Justin, this is you after this week. Wave the white flag. Wave
White
the white flag.
Same with Kyle.
Same with Kyle.
Kyle, wave
After
it.
the projected beatdown of the week from Steve.
Brr, brr,
Brr,
brr.
brr,
Oh, that's
brr,
way off key.
brr, brr.
Yeah. Start playing the taps because you're done. You're done, bud. Oh, the tears are coming out already. All right, guys. Well, that's another week of the Fantasy Throne League podcast. We are your hosts, Sean Bowles.
Luke Skaggs.
Go out there and make some winning bets this week. I want to see some W's. Not in fantasy, though. I want you all to lose. But in bets, win some money. Okay? So I'll see you guys next time right here with another beatbox.
And I will also hopefully win some bets. I need a winner. I need winners. I need winners.
You're a winger.
Nope. But all right, boys. Good luck out there.
Deuces.
May the best 2 and 3 teams win.
T